Welcome everyone. So this is the first class of your software application lab, wherein we are going to discuss basically the basics of the content which we have to study in software application lab. So the software application lab is categorically divided into three parts. So in first part, what you are going to learn is uh, the software StatPro. In that, analysis of beams and all are to be dealt with. And in the second part, there is Primavera or any alternate software and GIS. Okay. And in the third part, we are going to learn the Excel. By using Excel, we are going to design singly reinforced beam, doubly reinforced beam, one-way slab, two-way slab, earthwork excavation, and then the horizontal curve. Okay, so these are the few things which we are going to learn in this Excel part. Okay, so in Excel, so if we begin with the Excel, which is a very interesting software to be learned. In this Excel, what we can do is we can perform a numerous calculation in a matter of time. Okay, I think all of you might be familiar with the use of Excel in various fields. Okay, for the entry of data and all those things. Okay, so Excel is a very vital tool to be learned. In a lot of calculation can be done in a very lesser amount of time. Okay, so basically this is the layout of your Excel. Okay, we have got various options over here, and then if you come to this area where we are going to carry out a work, each and every we have got boxes here, rectangular boxes like this. Okay, so this is called as each and every box is called as cell. Each and every rectangular box is called as cell, and each box has got a name over here. Okay, so if for example if you click like this, you can see here what is the name of this cell. What is the name of the cell? The name of the cell is given by the alphabet in the horizontal direction and the number in the vertical direction. Alphabet followed by the number. Okay, so this is the name of, so that means the Excel has got name for each and every individual cell. Alphabet followed by the number like this. Okay, so this is the name. So for example, if you consider this cell, the name of this cell is H8, and the name of this cell would be J3, like that. So Excel, in Excel each and every cell contains a name. Now to get a brief idea of how Excel is to be used and for what reason Excel is to be used. Okay, so this is actually a data management tool. Basically it is a data management tool wherein we can conduct the calculations in a very sophisticated manner. Okay, for example, let us say I have a number in B4. Let me write a number as 5. Okay, similarly I have a number, so let me select this cell and write the number as 6. Okay, now if I want to add these two cells, if I want to add the value 5 plus 6 which is equal to 11, so for example if I want to add these two values in this cell, okay, E5, so what we have to do in Excel, before beginning any operation, before conducting any mathematical operation, what you need to do is you need to remember this: always begin with the equal to sign. Always begin with the equal to sign. For example, if I want to add these two number, or if I want to subtract these two number, or if I want to multiply these two number, 5 plus 6 or 5 into 6, 5 divided by 6, whichever mathematical operation we want to we want to carry out, first we have to begin with providing an equal to symbol. Okay, so when you provide the equal to symbol, then the Excel will automatically going to recognize that you are going for an operation, any kind of operation. Okay, so now what I'll do, I'll click this cell, which the first cell, that is B4. B4. If I want to add this, then I'll press plus symbol. Then I'll click on the C7 cell. So once you have entered the value equal to B4 plus C7, if I enter it, then you will get a value of 11. Okay, but if you don't, what will happen if you don't provide the equal to symbol? For example, so you cannot enter the values by somehow. If I enter the, we cannot enter the values now. We cannot enter the values. Okay, just we have to input the numbers like this. We cannot carry out the operation. So this is the basic rule of Excel here. This is the basic rule of Excel. Whenever you want to carry out any operation, what you have to do is you have to begin with the equal to symbol. Okay. Okay. So now, so what else we can do here in this Excel software? Okay. For example, let us say you want to write a series of numbers here in this column: 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you want to continue this number till 20. What you need to do in this situation, what we can do, we can select any two number from this given list. Okay, either the last two or any number of at least two number we have to select. Then you can see over here a small square is we can observe at the bottom. Okay, so we have to take our mouse cursor at the bottom of this to the level of the square. Then you just have to drag it down. Now as you drag down, the numbers will be entered into the successive cells like this. So we can see here 2 is followed by 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like that, continue. Okay, so if you want to write any numbers with a certain amount of interval, for example, let us say you want to write a table of 15, 30. Okay, so now what we have to do in this situation, you just have to select these two number and take your mouse cursor at the bottom over here where a small square is placed. Just drag from that level to the bottom. You can carry out the your that series will be continued till here. That series will be continued. Okay, so this is how we can carry out the okay, so let us write the table of 16 here. 16 ones are 16, 16 twos are 32. Okay, so what we can do is we can select these two cells and just drag it at the bottom. Now let us say you want to add 15 plus 16 equal to what? Okay, then followed by 30 plus 32, then followed by 45 plus 48, 60 plus 64. So very simple here. What you need to do, as I have told you earlier, whichever operation you want to carry out, whichever the mathematical operation you want to carry out, you have to always begin with the equal to symbol. Okay, once you begin with the equal to symbol, just have to select the first cell which contains your desired value. For example, this is E5, which has 15 over here, plus we want to add 16. So what I'll do, I'll insert a plus symbol, then I'll select the number the cell which contains the value of 16, this cell. Okay, so if I press enter, the value is 15 plus 16 is 31. Now let us say you want to carry out the same operation for the remaining cells. That means 30 plus 32, 45 plus 48, 60 plus 64, 75 plus 80, 90 plus 96. So you need not go for each and every individual calculations here. Okay, so what we have to do is just select this cell and drag it at the bottom like this. Okay, I hope it is very clear to you. Now what is happening over here, let us try to understand. So if I click on this cell, that is nothing but G5. Okay, G5 contains E5 plus F5. G5 contains E5 plus F5. Now as we go for this 62, what we want the operation to carry out is, instead of E5 we want E6. Okay, then instead of F5 we want F6. So if we click over here, so you can see here it is E6 plus F6, E6 plus F6. So similarly what Excel does, it will shift from E6 to E7 for the next calculation, and from F6 to F7 for the further calculations. So if I click over here, you can see the values here, E7 plus F7. So that means the Excel is automatically shifting the cells downward from E5 to E6, from E6 to E7, from E7 to E8, from E8 to E9, so on, and okay. Then from F7 it has shifted to F8, from F8 to F9, F9 to F10, like that. So the each and every successive cell is automatically calculated. Now let us say you have an instance. For example, let me write something here. 14 ones are 14, 14 twos are 28. Okay, so if I okay, so for example, I want to multiply this value by 10. I want to multiply this value by 10. I'll write 10 over here. Okay, let me write the 10 over here. Okay, multiply it by 10. So what we need to do first, as I have already told, always begin with the equal to symbol. Then we'll select this 14, that is nothing but K5, the star symbol, which is also called as asterisk. Asterisk, then the value of 10. Okay, so if I click here, that means you can see here clearly 14 into 10 is 140. Now you have to carefully understand here. If I drag it down like this, so you can see here the value has turned to 0. Now what is happening here, you can, if you carefully understand, this operation is performed by K5 multiplied by J6. This is K5 into J6. J6 has the value of 10. J6 has the value of 10. Now if I come to this, what is happening? 28, which is nothing but K6. K6 is multiplied by J7. J7 has no value. That means what it is doing, this cell multiplied by this cell, multiplied by this cell. So that means we don't have a value, that which is why it is representing as 0. Okay, so now for this number, what is happening, you can see, for example here it is multiplying K7 is this cell, okay, multiplying by J8 is this cell, which doesn't have any value. Okay, so that means this is automatically taking the next cell, Now in this situation, what we want, the 10 value is common here, so we don't want to change the value of 10. That means the J6 cell we don't want to change. Okay, so in that situation, what we need to do while multiplying, because we want to keep J6 constant, so instead of just simply writing J6, what we need to do, we need to insert a dollar symbol between J and 6. We need to insert a dollar symbol between J and 6 like this. Okay, so if we insert the J and 6, so if I now drag it down, you can clearly see the value is all the time it is constant. K6, this is the K6 28 into J6. Now it is not changing. So the value 10 is always kept constant. Always remember, if you want to keep a value constant, what you need to do, you need to insert a dollar symbol between the alphabet and the numerical. Okay, so this is the basics of Excel, wherein we have to learn a lot of things here. So this is the basic layout, wherein we have cells. Each and every cell has got a name, alphabet followed by the numeric number. Now what you can do is, we can format this cell. For example, let us say if I write anything over here. Okay, so what we can do, we can select this cell, we can increase the size of that, we can color that, very important. Okay, you can customize each and every individual cell. You can customize each and every individual cell. So decrease font size if you want to increase font size, if you want to decrease font size. So now this is your color of this font, and we can explore a lot more. Okay, strike through, if you want to create a strike through, superscript, subscript, all those can be italic, bold, bold italic, color of that font, everything can be customized according to your wish and desire. Okay, so if I want to make it bold, we can make it bold, we can make it italic, or else vice versa. The font can be customized here, and the type of font can also be selected. Okay, so this is regarding the basics of Excel. So in the next class we will discuss, I hope the concept is very clear to you about the how we need to operate the Excel. If you have any doubt, just write your question in the comment section, or you can directly call me so that we can clarify your doubt. Thank you.